Buongiorno. Apparently my kids are having some friends over today and they requested some homemade pizza. So let's start by making the dough first. So to start off with, what kind of flour you use makes a difference. Many businesses, probably most of them, any pizza place and all, they use high gluten flour. You can use bread flour, it's going to come out okay, but the elasticity is not there. Now it goes without saying that many people with health issues are not able to eat that, so you may have to go with a different recipe. But as far as the basic pizza dough, high gluten is the way to go. So I'm going to start with 2 cups of warm water. I'm going to have a tablespoon of yeast and a teaspoon of sugar to start the process. We let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then we get 2 cups of flour mixed in a large bowl. And we mix in a teaspoon of salt. All right, so the yeast is ready to go. We're going to give it a quick stir, and then we're going to mix it together with the flour. At that point, get a spoon, start mixing it all together till it's nice and smooth. At this point, I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin, and I'm going to mix it all in. So at this point, we're going to add 2 more cups, a little bit at a time, of flour. Mix it in until you get to the right consistency. Right now I'm working on 2 extra cups, but I have extra here just in case. So as you can see, I haven't added all the flour in yet, but it's getting to that point where it's manageable by hand. So what I'm going to do now is add a little bit more to it, but I'm also going to dust off the working table and I'm going to switch it over to the table. All right, now it's time to get our hands dirty. Wash them and start rolling. This should only take about 8 to 10 minutes. So you're probably wondering why I'm doing this by hand when you know I have a machine that I can use. Well, unfortunately not everybody has it, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm just showing everybody how to do it. So in case you don't have it, this is just as good, and I think that is a sense of pride when you do something from scratch by hand. Okay, we're almost there. Now I've used up all 4 cups of flour, and I'm going to take a small amount for dusting just to make this smooth. So for recipe purpose, 2 cups of flour should be enough, but always have a little bit of extra just in case. All right, so just for your information, I decided to weigh it so to give you an idea how much 2 cups of water and 4 cups of flour will weigh when it's all over and done. Not quite 3 pounds. That's good enough for probably 3 pizzas. You roll it into a ball and you let it rest for about 5 to maybe 10 minutes at the most. Make sure you cover it. We'll be back in a couple minutes. So now I'm going to cut it up in equal pieces. And I'm going to make 4, possibly 5. Well, let's just make it 4. That's good enough. And what you do, you roll them. And how you roll them, it's completely up to you. I just have a way to do it. But you can actually get the dough and you can stretch it. Close in the bottom of it. And then you place it on the sheet with olive oil. Squish it down a little and you just keep going. They're not perfect. My kitchen is by far not a museum. It's a working kitchen. So use your imagination. Put your dough in here, cover it with saran wrap, and let it rise for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how cool your room is, and or at least until it's double the size. From there, you can use your imagination on how you want to cook them or what you want to do, whether it's calzones or pizzas or stromboli, whatever you like. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you liked and learned everything that I do. Subscribe. Let me know what you like to see, or how do you feel. And as they say back home, ci vediamo alla prossima volta.